right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that octagon.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A+ level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at A+ level, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Choi is 4 years the elder. He is 8 inches taller. He will have a 7-inch reach advantage. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliotta. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 116 pounds. Golden! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Busan, South Korea, the Korean Superboy, Doo-ho-Choi.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fight.
The fighters touch him up.
Ready? Ready?
Well, it's a venue that needs no introduction. The world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Even for a Boston guy, I have levels of appreciation for the building.
I mean, when you walk into MSG, you get chills because you understand the history that comes with competing in this arena.
All right, so there's the early takedown. He told us on Thursday he didn't necessarily see a path to victory if he couldn't get takedowns. That is certainly a good sign.
Right away, he got the takedown. I don't believe they could have imagined that it would work so well so early. Great job.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, this position now, what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder in. It just, everything hurts. So you wait for your opponent to go to his next action. go and attack the hands. You get to your knees and you attack the hands with both hands and try to peel the lock so you can get to your feet.
Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation.
Good stick.
And an immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's in side control. He's got a ton of options.
All right, side control now. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by the Korean Super Bowl. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And here he is back in familiar territory in the clinch. Oh, nice punch there by Choi. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Oh, that's a good right hand. All right, so a nice shot there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Oh, and he lands yet another uppercut. So those strikes have come in bunches tonight, really starting to find some consistency.
He's finding consistency because he knows that that is a strike that he can find at any time. He's so confident in finding that uppercut that it's landing over and over again. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. And they separate.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
Oh, beautiful 1-2 punch. Takedown defense holds up. All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots. Seems to see them coming a mile away.
He sees them coming a mile away, and he's blocking, he's rolling, he's slipping. He's doing a great job. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Oh, beautiful jab by him there, really taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
Never looked this good.
Single collar tie now. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off the strikes. Look at him dig that body shot right up through his opponent's sternum.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You're starting to take a lot of damage to that eye. You need to circle away from that side. You have to be careful now. Be cautious.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's giving his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Choi gets caught with that punch. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Left hand is true. That will absolutely work.
He throws it like a piston. back and forth. He's landing that beautiful left hand. Oh, nice jab.
A little single collar tie there. Flush right hand is true. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Fantastic takedown land.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Choi. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate. Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Right hand punch from the clinch. Very tricky when he throws that body kick. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Choi's got the tie clinch now. Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. 3 minutes remain in the round. Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, he told you off the top he had the reach advantage, and you saw it right there with that punch. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and you got to think that's something that's going to give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again?
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. The ground and pound has been there all night. Just over 2 minutes to go in round two. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Lands the ground and pound strike here. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's attacking armbar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
It's in there deep. There you go.
The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. Choi's pass is denied. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch, and every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. his opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
Nice work. Your cardio is sick.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
Seems to have timed that counter pretty well.
End of the clinch. Now let's see if they're going to try to find the takedown or watch for him to employ a dirty boxing strategy.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found a setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it.
Slip that offering from his opponent. In the past, we've seen him. All right, he gets the takedown now, DC. We'll see what he can do in this advantageous spot.
He set it up beautifully. Let's see if he can now take full advantage of it.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, single collar tie now.
When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head. Again, back into this position.
Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Muay Thai plum.
Good punch.
So once again, making good use of his size as he lands the knee. And another thwack there to the outside of that lead leg. And now he's hooked.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you in the night, that will land it right on the spot.
Oh, and he lands yet another flush knee. That's going to leave a mark. And again, when you're using this length as effectively as he is here tonight, we might get a finish here in the not-too-distant future. Oh! Well, he got his head snapped back by that straight hand there, and he's shown a vulnerability tonight by leaning right into that punch as he tries to set up his own offense. May want to focus on some defense here moving forward.
Punch over the top.
Blocks the shot. Oh, collar tie. And both guys really throwing with authority. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Got the single collar tie. Oh, big knee there.
Oh! Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
So once again, leaning on that long reach as he counters effectively with a jab to the head. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Right hand punch in the clinch.
Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to not gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach. Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
Timely defense there, huge block for him. Oh, big knee to the body. How'd he get that one home?
That one was going to end the fight.
Yep. Oh, the takedown attempt starting to pile up. Here's another one. Unable to secure. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
Let's get back here and relax. Eyes swollen. Terrible. I'm shocked if you can see anything at all out of it.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kick, leg kick, body kick. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting with his legs.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad. Nice.
Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
And they separate.
Nice kick.
And he comes through with a big knee. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, spinning back fist. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Nice punch there. Huge right hand.
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish. He got it failed.
Choi's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. Well, you gotta be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you gotta be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his...
Oh, you gotta watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finisher position. Now watch this.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Choi's got a bruise now, starting to appear on the right side of his body. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here for Bobby. Both fighters get up now.
What a punch.
Oh, hard work pays off, lands the Superman punch flush. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind-up, no tell, just a brutal kick.
All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Absolutely. Both of these fighters love fighting chest to chest. The uglier the fight, the better. Big punch land.
And he switches his stance yet again.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar.
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I think not. He's still standing after taking that punch.
He's having his way with him here. And he's... Oh, thunderous leg kick response. His opponent been trying to stay upright. But man, that changed the complexion of this fight.
Johnny's hurt. He's hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Big kick lands.
Oh, big left hand there. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Knee to the body. Head off the center line, slips the punch. He's out!
He got him! What a performance!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to really wear down his opponent so that he can get his hand raised.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliante has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 37 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Korean Superboy, Doo-ho-Choi.
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration is on as he gets a huge win by knockout tonight. I got to think there are a few better feelings in the world than walking into an octagon and candidly knocking another man out cold.
Yeah, you shut a person's lights off, man. There's nothing like it. Now, I understand a lot of times we hope for the knockout, but he was